As supermarkets run low on paper items such as toilet paper and paper towels, there are now limits on how much people can buy. But officials say shoppers shouldn't worry. Club members say some easy Earth Day activities you can do are turning off water that doesn't need to be running, picking up litter and putting it in the trash, and simply getting outside and enjoying nature. At such a different time like this, especially one without sports, they say they hope that this brings a smile to people's faces, even while everyone has to stay at home. Part of the history of Altieri's is that people would meet at the restaurant before sporting events in the 1950s and 1960s when the Clinton Comets were in town. Then they walked up the street to Clinton Arena to catch the game, before making their way back here once again. Here in central New York, it may feel like winter goes on forever, especially when it's snowing like this in spring. But for some high school ice hockey and basketball athletes today, winter came to an abrupt end. Workers for the Utica City School District put the lunches in these boxes. The boxes then go inside to Woody. Then Woody goes in, packs it up, and is ready to go. Some of those exercises include using chairs or big containers of liquid for push-ups and bicep curls. You could even use your children to hold while doing squats. All of this to keep your workout routine. Cooperstown Kate Donnelly has played varsity soccer, basketball, and softball for the Hawkeyes. That's a combined 10 varsity sports seasons. Supermarkets are one of the last places anyone can go at any time. What officials say they're doing to keep the stores clean.
Hi, this is your lunch guy. We're outside, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Claude Woody is delivering lunches all around the city of Utica.
East side, west side, Cornhill, North Utica to South Utica.
Hey, buddy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All over.
Make sure you stay studying, okay?
I will.
Children
Make sure you
forced
study.
to stay home
Don't eat it all.
What?
Don't eat it all at once.
Trust me.
to help prevent the spread of the coronavirus.
We got you. We'll see you Monday, okay?
With schools closed across the country, millions of kids are left without food, usually given to them on school days. Nearly 10,000 in Utica alone.
I dedicate these hours to the kids to make sure that they eat. That's the whole point, to make sure the kids eat.
We won't be able to get to all those places. It'd be impossible. Some of them people don't have vehicles or transportation to get the food, and he's filling that void.
Michael Ferraro is the director of food services for the Utica City School District. He says the district moved its food preparation on Tuesday from schools to its food service headquarters on Elizabeth Street. There, they've been packing breakfasts and lunches for nearly 3,000 children.
If we don't, kids are going to starve.
Workers for the Utica City School District put the lunches in these boxes. The boxes then go inside to Woody. Then Woody goes in, packs it up, and is ready to go.
Deliver some lunches.
But Woody doesn't work for the school district.
Here, mark it on the list.
He started showing up at many of the lunch pickup locations around the city on Wednesday, taking between 10 and 40 lunches at a time.
You never know what I'll pop up with.
That's when Ferraro says he confronted Woody.
Because, you know, a guy in the van is picking up a bunch of kids' lunches.
But Woody explained that he wanted to volunteer. So Ferraro says he verified him with the state. Woody started taking requests for lunch deliveries on his Facebook page. He organizes names, addresses, and contact information on a spreadsheet that he says he works on until 2 in the morning each night. Then he sends the list to Ferraro, who gets the lunches ready for Woody to take in the morning.
And it just took off. Get ready to get on our way. A lot of parents had to make accommodations to this right here. You know, how is my child going to eat? So what better time to do this than now? 5, there isn't a soul alive that can say, oh, I've been through this before. So everybody's beginners when it comes to this.
And I thank you so much.
You're welcome. We'll see you Monday, okay?
I wouldn't have any fun.
We got you. It's not just, you know, an I thing. It's we're all in this together.
Woody is spending his own time making deliveries, and he says he's spending his own money on gas and renting the van from U-Haul.
It's right here.
Before he goes to work at U-Haul later in the day. He says he's turned down donations and sent money back when people gave it to him. He says he's not doing this for the money. He's doing this for something else.
My mother Gail Moore.
Moore worked for the Utica City School District as a lunch aide.
So what she did at all times was breakfast and lunch for the kids, made sure they had their breakfast and lunch.
Moore died in 2018.
I can imagine hearing this now. What? Karuna?
No longer with the students she cared for.
Hi, guys.
But now the son she cared for is taking this opportunity to do what his mom did, to make sure the kids have the food they need.
Don't forget to study today, too, okay? She loved the kids. She loved the kids. And we love the kids, too.
Reporting in Utica, David Edelstein, Eyewitness News.
We're going push-up, twist reach to the stars.
Nate Fretzel is staying active, the only one in an empty gym.
In 3, 2.
But technically, he's not alone. There are more than 50 people on a video chat on Fretzel's phone, all of them part of an online workout.
You get 50 people on the same line at a time, and all of a sudden it's a little different. You know, we're Utica College again, or we're all the SPI athletes together again, or we're just, you know, the same people all together.
Lower mag. You too, J-Mill. Finish it, last one.
But the people cannot exercise together in person. New York State forced all gyms to close this week to help prevent the spread of the coronavirus.
And relax, take a break, grab some water if you need it.
You go from seeing each other, you know, your teammates or your classmates, seeing people every single day, to nothing.
It definitely gives a weird vibe. Used to being so many people in here. It's used to being packed. It's kind of just strange, to say the least. There's just no one in here. I don't know.
Nick Mariotti is also a coach at SPI Fitness in New Hartford. He says exercise is important in stressful times like this.
If you can incorporate making people laugh while you're doing it, keeping them moving, I think that goes a long way. Kind of gets boring when you're just going to be sitting at home, so you need something to do. Why not go for it, right?
People are looking for not just things to do around the house, but effective workouts to do at the house.
Brian Devins owns Upstate Empire Fitness in Utica.
We'll do a hip bridge extension.
He says his company developed an app so members could look up exercises at home. Some of those exercises include using chairs or big containers of liquid for push-ups and bicep curls. You could even use your children to hold while doing squats. All of this to keep your workout routine.
Reforming habits can be very challenging.
John Bartholomew agrees.
This is not the time to stop exercising. This is not the time to eat poorly. This is the time when that stuff is really important.
He owns Mohawk Valley Wellness in Marcy. He's allowing members to sign out equipment for use at home. He's also holding online discussions about staying healthy.
Stay active.
The gym owners and employees say continuing to exercise from home can even boost your immune system, something that's key during a virus pandemic like this.
As long as people are eating what they need to eat and staying active, we're gonna be okay.
Reporting in Utica, David Edelstein, Eyewitness News.
Do you have bags with you?
Shenatry's supermarket in New Hartford this afternoon was anything but quiet.
40.
41.
I am surprised.
Ann Zampano is shopping for her father amid concerns about the coronavirus.
We're taking turns helping them out so they don't have to leave the house.
Supermarkets are one of the few stores still open where anyone can go at almost any time. Shenatry's general manager, Stephen Brooks, says the supermarket is following all recommendations to keep the store clean.
Wiping down all the carts with Santa wipes, each department going through daily and hourly, basically going through and cleaning.
Officials at Price Chopper say employees are sanitizing their registers and workstations every half hour, and that professional cleaning companies are coming in at night.
Precautions are taken at every level.
And if senior citizens or people with respiratory issues have to go out themselves, Golub says Price Chopper is letting them be the first in stores after they're cleaned, with a private hour from 6 to 7 in the morning.
We're choosing to trust the integrity and the good character of those who are wishing to take advantage of that provision.
Brooks says Shenatry's has designated 7 to 8:30 in the morning for those more at risk, but anyone can enter the store when it's open.
That may be the only time that they have to come shop.
While other public places have been closed to help prevent the spread of the coronavirus, Brooks says there have been more people at his supermarket than usual. He says it's been difficult to maintain the store's supply when there's such high demand.
It's a challenge, but everything in this time is a challenge for everybody, not just for us. In order for us to run the business the correct way, we have to accept that challenge.
As supermarkets run low on paper items such as toilet paper and paper towels, there are now limits on how much people can buy. But officials say shoppers shouldn't worry.
We're dealing with some circumstances that have created a sense of panic where really there need not be.
Golub says while some shelves are empty, there is no shortage in the supply of food. She also says Price Chopper has started packaging food that is typically self-service. She says people should wash food items like apples and pears before eating them.
If we are all respectful of the fact that everybody has similar needs, there's plenty to go around.
Reporting in New Hartford, David Edelstein, Eyewitness News. If you're driving down Cosby Manor Road in Deerfield, you might see something unusual. Skeletons playing baseball.
I figured, let me try something a little bit different.
William Klein says he usually puts the skeletons out for Halloween. He says when he saw neighbors putting up Christmas decorations in March, he thought he'd join in on the fun.
I get people driving by all the time. They wave, they beep. I've had a few individuals stop and personally thank me just for putting them out. The neighborhood loves it.
Beeping the horns, getting out of their cars. I had two ladies yesterday that took pictures.
Becky Klein is William's wife. She says her kids enjoy playing on the field when they take breaks from online classes. She says she's glad the community is enjoying the skeletons as well.
Because of course it's a very stressful time right now.
At such a different time like this, especially one without sports, they say they hope that this brings a smile to people's faces, even while everyone has to stay at home.
It's a sad time. You know, I mean, it'd be nice if, you know, things were a little bit better, but we just kind of have to go with it.
William is a mechanic at Mohawk Valley Health Systems, hard at work, especially while concerns about the coronavirus increase. Becky says she thinks William decorated the yard to make himself smile at a time like this, too.
Try to keep your spirits up. There's brighter days ahead.
Just know that we will get through this. There will be Yankee baseball again. And, you know, it might take a little bit of time.
Until then, the Kleins say they hope their 5 players and 1 fan make you happy, even if it's just a skeleton of a team.
You know, I'm a funny guy sometimes, I guess.
A neighborhood guy with a funny bone. Reporting in Deerfield, David Edelstein, Eyewitness News.